It is day 2 of the 2G auctions and the response continues to be lukewarm. We have seen some demand for spectrum in the Bihar circle, but by the looks of it, analysts expect these auctions to end today. Gauri Dwivedi then joins us on the phone line from New Delhi with more details. Gauri, hi. How are things looking so far on the second day of the auctions?
Megha, as far as these auctions are concerned, you rightly pointed out it's a very lukewarm, tepid response. It's just Bihar circle where there is some kind of a demand, which is the reason why the bidding is still going on. And there's no other circle where there is any excess demand. And Bihar also, it's because it's a strategic circle for a lot of telcos. What sources seem to indicate is that there are two new telecom companies which will take 4 slots. They are allowed to take as much as 5 megahertz. And then there are 2 old players, 2 incumbents also trying to get 2 slots, which is the reason why there is any bidding, competitive bidding happening in the first place. No other circle has an excess demand. Demand is far less than supply, which was pretty much the story on day 1 of auctions. And the writings on the wall clearly that the government will be able to fetch very little of the actual amount that it thought it will actually get from these auctions. 28,000 crore was the estimate as far as GSM auctions were concerned. Highly improbable that they will even be able to touch the figure of 10,000 crore. So that's really the big gap as far as government revenues are concerned. And what really happens to unsold spectrum, that is of course a mystery that DOT needs to find an answer for.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of question marks on the cards. And Gauri, 9,200 crores was what it mopped up on the first day. So for today, what sort of numbers are you probably picking up that we could be looking at? As well as if you could just re-highlight once again for us the participants that are in today's fray then.
Well, Megha, the participants, as far as the Bihar circle is concerned, sources seem to indicate that Telenor and Videocon are both trying for 5 megahertz each, which translates into 4 slots each, 8 slots. And along with that, Bharti Airtel and Vodafone are also looking to get some additional spectrum in this space, in this particular circle, which is why there is competitive bidding happening. Beyond that, no other circle has any competitive bidding. Though, of course, there are 5 players in the fray. You have Airtel, Vodafone and Idea Cellular along with Telenor and Videocon. But as far as Bihar is concerned, it's largely restricted to these 4 players where there is competitive bidding happening. On a broader basis in terms of government revenues, it's highly improbable that they will even be able to touch the figure of 10,000 crore rupees. 9,200 crore is what day 1 ended on as far as government revenues are concerned. Bihar is a relatively cheap circle, and because the excess demand is not so high, price increment for the auction for each auction round is not very high. It's very, very minuscule. So in that sense, it's highly improbable that they'll even be able to touch the figure of 9,500 crore or something of that sort. So they're very way off the mark of 28,000 crore, which Kapil Sibal had in mind when he talked about these auction proceeds.